Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chelsea and this is Everlee. She is finally here. It's crazy. If any of you follow along on my channel, I was posting all of my weekly updates pretty religiously every Wednesday, and then after my 36-week update, I stopped posting because this little girl made her debut way sooner than expected. She's laughing. I don't think you can catch that on camera. I think she's smiling and laughing, saying, haha, I was coming early, mommy. So a little bit about myself. My name's Chelsea. If this is the first time that you are tuning in, this is my, I guess, no longer my pregnancy update. This is my baby announcement. Our first child was born. Her name is Everlee Louise, and she was born on July 3rd at 6:05 p.m. I was actually 37 weeks and 3 days pregnant, so she was a little earlier than anticipated, and she weighed in at 5 pounds, 9 ounces, and about 18 inches long. So it's crazy. I'm gonna have to go back and watch my 36-week update to see what the stats were, you know, like the fruit size and how big or long the baby was, because I feel like the app at 36 weeks was saying like 19 to 22 inches long. So she was a little peanut, and she still is a little peanut. Today she is actually 4 weeks old. So I'm so sorry for the delay in the YouTube updates, but anyone who's a first-time mom, I'm sure, can relate. It's been a crazy month and just adjusting, and I just haven't really set aside time to do this. But today we actually took our newborn photos, our rescheduled newborn photos, and so my hair and makeup was done, and little girl has been sleeping like a log. So I figured I'm gonna jump on here and I'm gonna do a quick update for you guys. I did want to tell you a little bit about the birth story, and I won't go into, I guess, too much detail or ramble too long, but so what happened was, basically, I was at 36 weeks. If any of you have been watching my pregnancy updates, you know that my baby was breech. So I went in for my 36-week update with my doctor, my OBGYN, and I thought Everlee's butt was up here under my rib cage, and it turns out the whole time it was her head. So she was a little breech baby, and that week I went to a chiropractor and tried to do the Webster technique, and I was laying inverted on the couch. I was doing every wives' tale trick under the book. I was literally putting like a pack of cold peas on the top of my stomach and like laying backwards to try to get her to turn away. And so I wanted her to flip because I really wanted to have a natural birth. In fact, I wanted to have a natural unmedicated birth. So I think God has a very funny sense of humor, and it just goes to show you that you truly cannot really plan. I mean, you can try and you can prepare, but you just cannot plan for what's going to happen and what your birth story is going to look like. So anyway, at 36 weeks, we found out my baby was breech, and my doctor ordered an ultrasound to check my fluid levels of amniotic fluid. And I went back at 37 weeks, which was on Monday, July 2nd. And I was 37 weeks along, and the doctor checked to see if she had turned, and she hadn't. She was still breech. And he ordered like an in-room ultrasound because he wanted to check my fluid levels again. And he was pushing to do what was called an inversion or aversion, where they turn the baby manually. And he wanted to do the inversion or push for it because he knew I wanted to have a natural birth. And the idea is they do the inversion in the hospital, and you have to have a certain amount of amniotic fluid available to be able to do it. And the doctor, with help from a couple assistants, and there's an ultrasound tech there monitoring the baby, they try to manually turn the baby. The success rate that my doctor told me on that was 52%. So I was not overly thrilled about that. And truly, I was thinking, you know what, if she doesn't turn, I'm not gonna put her through that. It just scared me. But he was pushing for that, so he wanted to check my fluid levels again. So on July 2nd, he did that. He checked my fluid levels again, and it went from, you know, oh, well, your baby is breech, and if she doesn't turn, you're going to have a C-section at 39 weeks, to him checking my fluid and discovering apparently the number that he was looking for was a 5 of amniotic fluid. And my fluid was at about a 3.5. So it was below the range of what could be done to do an inversion. And it went from him saying, 39 weeks, we're going to have to do a C-section, to your fluid is getting really low. That's not safe for you or the baby. And we need to take the baby out this week. So my husband and I were like, what? I mean, I literally had to have like a minute to catch my breath. And I said, okay, so we're going to have the baby this week. So he was like, when do you want to do it? We can do it tomorrow. We can do it on the 4th of July. I'm like, what's the latest that we can do this? Because I was not prepared for this, and I didn't want to take her early. And he said July 5th. He said July 5th is the latest that I'm comfortable doing it. So we scheduled it for July 5th. Well, I called off work that day and told my boss, I said, my baby's coming this week. I need a day to like get things ready. So I went to Target. I went and got my lashes done. I went and got a pedicure. I cleaned my house head to toe. And the following day, the 3rd, I was going to go into work because I thought, there is no point in me being home another day. I'm just going to go spend money on stuff that I don't need or be a nut. So I'm going to go to work and then have the 4th of July off, and then I'll go in and, we'll have our baby on the 5th. And as I'm curling my hair at about 7 in the morning on July 3rd, my doctor calls me and says, Chelsea, your fluid is low. I don't feel comfortable waiting. We really need to take the baby today. So I have a 12:30 or a 5:30. What's better for you? I was like, what? So long story short, I told him I needed a minute, and I hung up and called my friend who is a nurse midwife. And I told her the situation, and I just wanted her opinion because a part of me felt like that doctor was trying to get the 4th of July off or something, or didn't want me to go into labor early or whatever with the holiday coming. So he was just pushing me. But after I talked to my friend, who is the midwife, she said, honestly, with your fluid being that low, the baby could sit on the cord. There's just no benefit in waiting. So I would have she said, her words were, I would have made you stay yesterday and taken the baby. So I was like, okay, that's enough. That's enough for me. We're going to go in and we're going to get to meet Miss Everlee. So we went in at 5:30 for my C-section, and at 6:05, our baby was born. So it was really, truly wonderful. For me, as much as I wanted to have a natural labor, I feel like things happened the way that they needed to happen. After my surgery, the doctor and the nurse told me that my uterus, the muscle in my uterus was kind of thin towards the bottom, so they had to cut me a little bit higher, cut my uterus a little bit higher to get the baby out. And the nurse had told me, she said, if you would have tried to have this baby natural, you probably would have ended in a C-section. You would have had a really hard labor. And so a part of me is just really grateful. I guess a lot of me is really grateful that Everlee came out totally healthy. It was so cute. I've wanted to breastfeed. That was really important to me as well. And she came out bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. As soon as they put her on my chest, she started rooting around, ready to breastfeed. And a plus about the C-section is your lady parts don't get tore up, and we didn't have a cone head baby. I was trying to look at the bright side of all the positives, but it truly was. It was wonderful, and I've been recovering really well. Today is 4 weeks out. This time 4 weeks ago, we were literally on our way to the hospital to have this little girl, and mommy's doing well, and baby girl is doing well. So thank you so much for everyone who's checked in on me. I know several of my subscribers reached out and said, what's going on? And if you do follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is Chelsea Ains. There's lots of baby everywhere. Tons of baby all over my page, so that'll keep you updated. But I definitely would like to start doing some more updates with this little girl, and I will do my best to stay on top of those. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I hope to see you again soon. But I'm going to zoom in or take my phone. I'm recording on my phone because today was a busy day. And I'm going to try to show you guys little Miss Everlee. Oh, she is out like a light. Little girl. Baby coos are the best. She might be working on a poop. So we are just so in love, and I feel so blessed. If you are a first-time mom and your baby's not here yet, let me just tell you, it is the best. If I did not, I don't know. I'm so strong in my faith, but if I didn't believe in God, there's no way that I couldn't believe in God when this little miracle came into my arms. So, it's amazing. It's the best. So again, I'm not going to ramble anymore. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon.